right there. That's it. Now, it might be called New England clam chowder. I'm sorry, chowdA. But most Americans know Boston, Massachusetts is Chowder City. Welcome back to Cooking the States, a series where we cook a different dish from a different state in every episode in an attempt to better understand the true identity of American food. If seafood makes you squeamish, well, this soup just shouldn't. It's rich, it's hearty, it's tasty, and the brininess from those clams sort of help cut through all the fat in the soup. It's extremely well balanced, and it's very beginner seafood friendly, if you will. Start by peeling les tartares. I'm using Yukon Golds. Then slice the potatoes into a large dice, that is 3/4 of an inch roughly. Do your best to make sure that they're even in size, that's kind of what matters here. Add them to a pot of water, making sure that they're covered by a few inches, then add a pinch of salt and simmer away. They'll need about 10 minutes, which is the perfect time to prep some aromatics. The main veggies here are celery and these guys. This thing, commonly known as Farfetch's chew toy, is actually just a leek. It's in the onion family. You can totally sub this out for a regular onion if you want. I just like leeks a little more. To me, they're a little more aromatic. Go ahead and chop off those green tops and set them aside for stock. We're gonna work with the bottom halves. Let's give them a nice rinse. Leeks sprout upwards out the ground, so they tend to catch dirt as they grow. They're notoriously dirty, so be sure to rinse them. This is white pepper. It's black pepper, but without the hard shell. These are the same things, but they do taste and smell dramatically different. If you don't have this, you can totally just use black pepper. However, for seafood, I really do prefer the taste of white pepper. Something about it just goes better in my brain, so I'm using white pepper. You can totally find white pepper at most grocery stores or order it online, but if you're having a hard time, just use black pepper. Next up, we got le bacon, aka cured and smoked pork belly. This is just a whole piece. I'm slicing the skin away, which can be a little tough. Then we're gonna cut these into cutesy little batons known as lardons. You can also use salt pork for this, but I really dig the way that the smokiness plays with the shellfish. It's a great combination, smoke and shellfish. So, smoked pork it is. By now, our tighter cubes should be tender, so go ahead and poke them with something sharp just to make sure that they're cooked through. We want these a little al dente because they're gonna finish cooking in the soup later, so just take those out of the water and set them aside for now. Look at that big, beautiful cherry stone. All right, so these clams have been soaking in lightly salted cold water for about 2.5 hours now. Clams, obviously living at the bottom of the ocean, will kind of collect grit and sand and other sea stuff that you don't really want in your soup. So soaking them allows them to kind of purge all that stuff off into this water. But as you can see, they're still a little dirty. So we're just gonna scrub them clean before we cook them. Just cold water, regular sponge. Ew, clam powder. Look at that. We don't want that in our soup. So that's why you soak your clams. All right, so this is our same potato cooking liquid. It kind of has that potato taste in it, so why not take advantage of that? We're gonna cook our clams directly in here. These clams are big, meaty boyos. They're hearty and they're large, which means that they're gonna take some time to cook, maybe 10 to 20 minutes of simmering. As they simmer, foam and other impurities will rise to the top, so just go ahead and skim that off. You'll want to do this a few times until it subsides. As they start to open, you can start removing them from the water so they don't overcook. We want big clams for this. Think cherry stone, surf quahogs, that sort of thing. You wouldn't want to use small clams for this soup because you'd have to buy a lot of them and you'd have to do a lot more plucking. Best to keep it XL. All right, so all of our clams are cooked here. You can see these are still very hot. You can let them cool down a bit. Like I said, these clams are hot, but I'm impatient, so we're gloving up. Remove the meat from les clams and discard the shells. But, I mean, also they make super fun bath toys, so maybe keep a few of them. See the abductor muscle here? This is what holds the meat into the shell. Big chunks of clam meat. Yes, you could use bottled clam stock and canned pre-chopped clams for this, but the end result just isn't gonna be as good because we're doing all this from scratch, and not just because we can, but because it actually yields a better end result. Run your knife over the clam meat a few times until they're minced, then set the meat aside. This cooking liquid, this beautiful blue-hued cooking liquid, we just used to cook our potatoes and clams. We're gonna skim everything off, get the impurities off, then we're gonna reduce it down so that flavor concentrates so we can use it as our soup base. You don't need to reduce this all the way down to 4 cups. Matter of fact, if you did that, it would probably be too salty. Just let it ride on high for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, then cut the heat. So yeah, this makes obviously a lot. You're gonna have a lot of leftovers, but save it, it's good stuff. To a cold Dutch oven, add the bacon, then turn the heat to medium and cook until the bacon renders out most of its fat and you're left with little crispy bits. Now pour in the clarified butter, which is just more flavorful than regular butter, followed by the celery, leeks, garlic, and a pinch of salt. Sweat those veggies down until the celery is translucent, maybe 5 minutes or so on medium heat. Add in your all-purpose flour, then stir that around, making sure that it coats all of the aromatics. That's going to act as our thickener. Let that flour cook out for a minute or two, then pour in the light cream and the clam stock, followed by our thyme and bay leaf. I just tied those together. A healthy pinch of white pepper, and a tad more salt. Not too much salt. This is a very salty dish. Lots of different briny elements to it, so be careful with the salt. These Yukon Gold potatoes are more on the waxy side than starchy side, which means they're not gonna fall apart easily like a russet potato would. So we can put them in the soup early and let them simmer. Add the par-cooked potatoes, reduce the heat to medium-low, and simmer for about 15 minutes. You'll notice that the soup is gonna really start to thicken up. That's because we added the flour. After 15 minutes on the hob, stir in the clam meat and simmer for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, taste and adjust seasoning, then cut the heat and boom, your chowder is complete. Cinematic chowder. For a true Boston chowda experience, be sure to serve this soup in a sourdough bread bowl, which is just a medium-sized bowl of sourdough that's been hollowed out. Garnish with chives, maybe a squeeze of lemon juice, some oyster crackers. Do your thing, make it yours. It's your soup. The best part of this bread bowl here is this gummy sidewall that kind of develop as the soup sits. Oh yeah, look at that. That right there. That's it. It's crispy, it's gooey all at the same time, super balanced, one of my favorite soups. And to all my squeamish seafood eaters, this is a great introduction once again. Give it a try before you automatically hate it. Yeah, good stuff. Clam chowder, number 1. There you have it, Boston clam chowder. I hope I did all you massholes proud, people from Massachusetts. That's probably my new favorite word. Shout out to the guys in Discord for teaching me that. They're from Massachusetts, so it's okay. TY so much for watching. You know the drill, YouTube guy stuff. Like the video if you dug the video or you're thinking about cooking this thing or got any value whatsoever, because yes, it does help the channel. Consider subscribing if you're new. If you're an existing omnivore, what's good? Welcome back. In the next episode of Cooking the States, we are leaving the Northeast and heading to the Midwest, to the state of Michigan. You know the drill. If you think you know what we're gonna make, comment it below. And until next time, toodaloo. Come on, child, eat that dang clam. Yeah, eat it. Yeah!